Hi, everybody. Welcome to the first part of your Canvas training. Right now, we're going to focus on how we log into Canvas, how we get to Canvas, and how we set up that initial homepage. So first reminder is that you need to remember to go to lakecentral.instructure.com. You can't just Google Canvas. We have our own special login page. Your username and password should have been given to you by the technology department at this point. So you're going to go ahead and type in that username and whatever password that you have. So once you log in, it's going to bring you to this dashboard. Now, everybody's is going to look a little bit different, but this shows you all of the classes that you are enrolled in, whether that's as a teacher or as a student. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to your new course. And whatever that new course is, it's gonna pop up and look something like this. There's not going to be anything there at first. The first thing that you're going to want to do is you need to choose what your homepage is going to be, meaning when your students click on your course, what is going to show up first. So typically in Lake Central, we choose our syllabus page to be our homepage so that students, when it pops up, they can access the syllabus. They can see the schedule from your calendar and see when things are happening. Now, you can choose whichever page you'd like. You can do your assignments, your course modules. If you have pages, you can do that, but typically we do our syllabus. So once we have that saved, as soon as students click on your course from the dashboard, the syllabus page is going to be the first thing that pops up. So we obviously want to put something on that syllabus page. So if you go over here to edit in this upper right corner, you have this blank canvas to work with. Now, you can choose whatever you want. You can put a quote on here. You can put a picture. Because it's the syllabus page, we do want to make sure that we link that syllabus. So for an example, if you want to embed an image, you're going to click right above the text box there. Typically, we embed our images from Canvas. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to click on My Files, and then you're going to need to upload a file. All of the images need to come from Canvas. So depending on where you've saved that, this one just happens to be on my desktop. I'm going to choose an image of the outside of the school for your new teacher training. If your subject area is chemistry, you might want a periodic table. If it's English, you may want a book or a quote. You may want scenery from somewhere. You can choose whatever you want. So I'm going to choose the image of Lake Central High School. I'm going to upload it to my Canvas files. So once I have that chosen, the LCHS outside photo, I can make it smaller if I want. I probably won't. I'll see what it looks like, and I'm just going to click Update. So right now there's a picture of the outside. Now I want to make sure that I link a syllabus. So you can call this whatever you want. I'm going to call it VUCAS Chemistry Syllabus 2018-2019. I'm going to go ahead and center that. Now, to link a syllabus, we do need to link it to Google Docs, so you're not uploading an 8-page PDF. So what you can do with that is once your syllabus is loaded in Google Docs, this is the one for my chemistry class at Lake Central, you can click on the share button, and anyone at Lake Central can view the link. So that would be other teachers, our students. You can change that to anyone with the link can view, and then parents can get to it as well. Just make sure that you're only putting view and nothing else. You can get that shareable link. And when you navigate back to your new teacher training, you're going to highlight whatever text you chose, and then you're going to click the button up here that says link to a URL. You can go ahead and paste the URL you just copied from Google Docs and press Insert Link. So at this point, now your students can click that link to get to your syllabus, and you have a picture there. You can go ahead and click Update. and that's going to be your new homepage. Now, you can make this as fancy or as simple as you want. That depends on your own preference. Now, down here where it says course summary, date, and details, anything that you choose to put in the calendar is going to show up down there. So I want to give you guys an example by going to my chemistry class. Notice how when you click from the dashboard, it goes straight to my syllabus page. You guys can see that over here. Welcome to chemistry, my room number, a periodic table. I do have the syllabus linked down here. And then if you notice, there's a lot of dates. These import directly from the calendar. And how to use the calendar will be in a separate PDF in this training. Now, students can always use this link up here that says jump to today. And that will get them right down here on what today is. So if we go back to your new teacher training course, another thing that you want to do once you've set up your homepage and chosen that, you do want to go down to settings on the left-hand side. And you might want to choose an image for the dashboard. This will let students know what your class is. Instead of just having a colored background, you can put an image there. In the same way that I'm going to use just the same picture. So now the new teacher training for the high school, that's going to have the background of the actual high school, the Lake Central High School. Go down here to update course details. Everything else on here will already be set for you. So you don't have to worry about start and end dates, time zones. When your course is created by the technology department, they will do all of that for you. Sections we'll talk about with cross-listing classes, but those will be set up for you. I do want to talk about this third tab over, navigation. This tab is what you can choose to show students on this navigation bar on the side. Now, if you do nothing, each one of these tabs is always going to be visible to students. But you may want to consider hiding tabs that you're not planning to use, or moving the tabs around so that the more used ones are towards the top and the less used tabs are towards the bottom. So if you plan on posting announcements and assignments, but you're not planning on doing discussions at first, you can drag that towards the bottom under drag items here to hide them from students. Let's say you want to organize everything under modules. You may want to put that a little more towards the top. Maybe you want them to see their grades, but you don't want them to be able to access who the other people are in the class. We don't use outcomes at Lake Central. If you choose to learn about that, that will be a separate training. Conferences is not something you'll use yet. If you want to learn about that, also in a separate training. We take attendance through Skyward, which you guys have already learned about. So attendance can be hidden. We're never going to use attendance through Canvas. The students don't need to see SCORM. And Pearson needs EasyBridge, Nearpod, and Google Drive. Those are all going to be items that will have a separate training, but if you'd like to hide them for now, you can do that as well. I have always left the syllabus towards the bottom because that syllabus is already the home page, so they don't really need to access it. So if you want to keep this, just go to the bottom and hit save. It will make your Canvas look a little less cluttered. So now everything down here is what the students can't see. They also won't see tabs that don't have any information in them or content. So if you haven't posted announcements, they won't be able to click on it. If you haven't created assignments or quizzes, they won't be able to click on it. We always want to make sure that we hit save for that to make sure that everything is there. Now, many teachers organize their Canvas according to modules. So I do want to show you when you click on modules how to make that work. So for this, you can click on module. You can name it maybe by unit or by book, depending on what you're reading. And you go ahead and click Add. Now, you always need to make sure that you publish your content. So this little circle here, we want to make sure we publish. And then we can start adding materials to the modules by just clicking on this plus sign. And you can add any kind of materials that you want from there. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about is when you have your page set up and you go to the home page, we can see that the high school new teacher training is set up. We have our syllabus put there. We want to make sure that we publish this. You can add everything you want, but until you click that publish button, it is not viewable to any students or other staff members. That is true of everything you do, pages, files, modules. If you don't publish those things, they are only visible to you. If you're ever concerned if you've published something, if it's viewable, when you go to this homepage, over here on the side, there's something called Student View. When you click to be in Student View, it says here on the bottom, you're currently logged into Student View. This is showing you what the students see. So if you notice on the side over here, the navigation looks a little bit different for students. When you go to modules, we did publish that Skyward Training module. And then you're back to home. When you hit Leave Student View, you're immediately back to editing, but that's a good way for you to know what your students are seeing, if you've published everything correctly, and if you need to add anything else. As you guys work through this module, there's going to be more information on how to use Canvas and different things you can upload. But for now, we want to make sure that your home page is set so that when students log into your course, they are seeing everything that they need to see.